Well, good news for you and Tar Heel fans everywhere. Carolina will be going in as the #1 seed in this year's College Cup. You'd be forgiven if you've had some doubts about Carolina's softball team, considering they've gone 6-13 on the start for this season. But they're looking to prove some of you wrong. They've won 4 of their past 5 series, and they're looking to make it 5 or 6 right here tonight at Anderson Softball Stadium. We've seen some good and we've seen some bad this past weekend, but let's start with the good first. We're going game 1.
Finally, for UNC, we were only expected to win 5 games this season, and I hate to tell you guys, 2 of those that have already passed are Cal and ECU, and as you know, we took a devastating L on both of those. Speaking of fun to watch and a spark on the team, just tell me how you feel a freshman coming out here, putting down those points, career high.
The fans really aren't wrong. If we get Kelly Bryant, look out. Our football team has thrived in the past with a good quarterback at helm. That's all I got for you guys this week on What's Trending.
And speaking of the tournament, how realistic are Carolina's chances of making the tournament? Well, right now, it's not looking too good.
In sports, let's talk about the women's lacrosse. What's coming up Wednesday? That's right, it's Halloween.
And Jackie, like I said, sealing the deal. Can you just tell me the emotions running through your head and the emotions today?
Yeah.
The NC Courage won its first NWSL title in program history, and we had some heels on the roster. Fishing, a way to sit back and relax. But for these Tar Heels, they've turned into a sport.
I got into bass fishing when I was about 16 years old. My family does a lot of fishing, so I just kind of started with them.
Whitaker joined the bass fishing team 2 years ago, along with teammate Zach Hayes.
I hunt a lot, but I got really serious with bass fishing after I came to UNC and kind of got in with the team here.
But one thing both of the guys can agree on is bass fishing gives them escape from the everyday life.
It just gets you out of like the stressful element of school and everything that's going on day to day. You know, work, never ending, and you get to come out here and it's quiet for a few hours in the afternoons. It's nice. And then to get a chance to catch a few fish makes it even better.
I really like being outside, you know, coming out. You get to come away from school and forget about that for a little bit and enjoy the outside.
To Jordan Lake they go to practice their upcoming fishing meets.
We fish through Bass and FLW. It's 2 organizations, and we compete against other schools. A lot of times tournaments have up to like 200 different teams in them, so they're pretty big.
Something I want to do, you know, collegiate bass fishing is, even if I didn't, you know, go very far with it, I figured it'd be like a like-minded group of people that, you know, I could click well with, you know, especially in Chapel Hill. That's hard to find for some people.
So I went out with the team and got a few pointers of my own.
Slow down. Just don't fish fast, fish slow, and fish good, and you know, everything else will come with time.
We may not have caught much this weekend, but Hayes says when the water warms up, it's a different story.
The next 2 or 3 weeks, if it heats up and it doesn't pull North Carolina again and start snowing, it should get really good.
You gonna catch one?
Hopefully.
The fish should start moving up, as the water temperature goes up, and we'll be able to catch them the way we like to catch them, which is in the wood on the bank.
Leading his team and setting records, Ben Griffin is having a standout senior year at Findlay. His skill level was evident early.
So I started playing golf when I was 1, actually. Pretty young age. My dad put a golf club in my hand right away.
Griffin was actually a member of the Chapel Hill Country Club right across the street from his home course.
I just started developing, and as I got better and better, I kept competing in tournaments, and now here I am.
Where Griffin is now is no surprise to anyone, especially his coach.
He's a tremendous young man in addition to being an extremely talented golfer. When it comes purely to his golf game, I think most people would agree that what stands out is his short game.
Griffin's short game is among the best in the country. His developing long game and his willingness to assume a leadership role are key as well.
He's an extremely hard worker. That's on and off the golf course, and the role that he's taking from a leadership standpoint. Our program has needed that in the past. Guys look to Ben.
Griffin's teammate and roommate for the past 4 years, Will Register, enjoys being his teammate.
It's fun because you always have someone to play with. That's your friend, I guess. We can get competitive, but not like too bad, so we wanted to put us, like UNC, on the map kind of for golf. Leave our mark, I guess.
And Griffin is helping put UNC on the map. And if excels as a pro, that will help too.